Hi guys. So this Cartalks is inspired by a Mamma Mia podcast that I was recently listening to, which was talking about gurus. So thank you, Mia and the Mamma Mia team. So in this podcast, I was talking about gurus in I guess the context of social media models, actresses, actors, chefs, whatever it might be, who do not have any medical education background. They're not doctors, they're not dietitians, but they come out spruiking, something that they're selling, like a vitamin or a, lifestyle or whatever it is that's going to make people feel healthier or happier or skinnier or something. Anyway, and so it got me thinking, because actually one of the trends that I have noticed as a GP, and in cosmetics as well, but in general practice certainly, where a lot of the younger generations, the teens, 20s, and sometimes 30-year-old groups are getting a lot of information or misinformation from social media, particularly platforms such as TikTok or Instagram. And it can be so harmful. Very often I will be I do a lot of sexual health medicine. So I'll be in a circumstance where I'm meeting a patient for the very first time and they are telling me that, their doctor put them on the pill, but then they follow some person on social media, on TikTok, who was spruiking how, birth control pills are the worst thing and that they've messed them up and they've given them all these side effects and whatever, and how they've been so much happier and healthier since they've stopped birth control. And then these patients come to me because they've got an unplanned pregnancy, because they came off the pill without getting medical advice on what to do for birth control. So the things that you say on these platforms have got serious repercussions. People are having all sorts of side effects in their life, whether it be an unplanned pregnancy, whether it be, so many things, upset tummies or, mood changes or whatever the case is, because they think that what they're hearing on social media is the gospel, when it certainly is not. So, it's dangerous, and it's sad, but unfortunately, I don't know why. I kind of do know why, but doctors are not sought as much for health information because people have got so much, access online now. But the problem is that without a medical degree or some sort of evidence-based medicine degree, whether it be, in dietetics or in psychology or whatever, or the allied health, nursing, or without having some sort of education background to be able to decipher this information, pull out the bits that make sense and the bits that don't make sense, or the bits that are going to affect you sort of in a long-term way, it's very hard to put it all into the context. So, it's all well and good for some social media person to say oh, hormones are bad, but well, okay, let's think, why does birth control pill exist? Well, it's because, prior to birth control, when we were relying solely on barrier methods like condoms, unplanned pregnancy rates were much higher. So, that's a massive big deal. Unplanned pregnancies, of course in Australia we're very lucky that we have access to pregnancy terminations or abortions, but in other countries they don't. And unplanned pregnancies can have long-lasting financial impacts, they can have long-lasting social impacts. They put women at higher risk of domestic violence. They put those unplanned babies at higher risk of family violence. They have impacts on, the existing children in that dynamic. They have impacts on the future children. It's generational, so it's just so harmful and dangerous to make sweeping statements that people believe, or they don't have the context or understand. There's actually more to it. There's more to it than just hormones are bad. I mean, God, I am crazy when I'm not on birth control. I I feel nuts because it's actually the change in hormones. It's the up and down, that PMS or premenstrual tension that really messes with me. And I know that actually I need to be on it, not just from a birth control point of view, but from a like mental health point of view. So yeah, it shocks me when I hear these like wide, sweeping statements. And I just want people to be careful and just really think, because I don't want you to get caught in, situations that aren't ideal and not guided by proper health professionals.